What we have here is a HAVAL H9. It's one of an increasing number of four-wheel drives from China that's coming onto the Australian market. China, if you don't know, makes more cars than any other country in the world now. In fact, twice as many cars as the USA, which used to be the world's biggest car producer. They even make more cars than the whole European Union combined, so it's more than Germany, France, UK, Spain, Italy, all added together. They do that off the back of an enormous domestic market that's becoming increasingly more affluent, especially more affluent middle class, so they can afford vehicles like this. And HAVAL is actually China's biggest manufacturer of SUVs and four-wheel drives. If you're wondering what this is, think Prado. It's same basic proportions of Prado, seats 7 like a Prado, separate chassis, dual range gearing, live axle at the back, independent front suspension. You know, in fact, you couldn't say it's a rip-off of a Prado, but it is very much a Prado copy. The only big difference between this and a Prado is there's no diesel. So it only comes in petrol, and the petrol engine is only a 2-litre 4, but it has a turbocharger which helps make up for the performance. Okay, here we are driving the HAVAL H9. 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine, as I said, which for this style of vehicle, when this weighs over 2 tonnes, it's about the same weight as a Prado. Doesn't really sound right. In a lot of ways it's not, because the consumption's a bit high. Easy driving, 15 litres per 100k. Push it harder on a windy road, uphills, off-road, low range, whatever. Fuel consumption goes north fairly quickly. That said, it doesn't seem to work all that hard. It's the turbocharger has a fair bit of torque across the range, so it's reasonably relaxed. It's quiet, you know, sort of does its job without too much effort. Mates nicely to the 6-speed automatic. It's actually a German ZF gearbox, so it's a premium gearbox. So good quality shifting, smooth, picks the right gear at the right time, and makes up for what shortcomings the engine has in terms of bottom end power. Full-time four-wheel drive also helps on this sort of gravel road we're on now. All sorts of driving conditions, but you don't have to worry about going from two-wheel drive to high 4. It's in four-wheel drive, so it's good touring vehicle in mixed conditions. As for the chassis, the steering's pretty light and probably on centre it's a bit vague at times, but you get used to it. It's not too bad. Suspension's soft, very comfortable on bumpy roads. At higher speeds, again on bumpy roads, it gets a little bit untidy, but nothing that a decent set of aftermarket dampers wouldn't fix. I mean, I think the spring rates are probably fairly close to the mark, but just some sort of better controlled dampers would make the thing much more enjoyable and handy on sort of Australian conditions. I just probably think they haven't tuned it for the sort of roads that we've got in this country. What it does have is an absolute truckload of equipment. I mean, it's got everything that opens and closes. It's sat-nav, sunroof, heated seats, air conditioning seats. The seats have even got a massage function. It's everything you really want. I mean, the only equipment it doesn't have is any high-end safety stuff like blind spot monitoring, autonomous braking, lane departure warning. And you get all that for a little bit over 50 grand. I mean, that's sort of, you know, to get that in a Toyota Prado, you're probably looking at a Kakadu model, and that's what mid-80s plus on-road costs. So for what you get, it's cheap. Look, while this thing's extremely well equipped and well equipped for the money, what it doesn't have is the option of a diesel engine. It's the petrol turbocharged 4-cylinder engine is the only engine option, which is a shame, because what it really needs is a diesel. I mean, a 2.5 to 3 litre diesel, say 130, 140 kilowatts, 450 newton metres, give or take a bit. As it is with a petrol engine, it sort of doesn't really work in our market. I mean, most people who buy these things go for diesel. If you look at something like a Prado, which comes with a diesel engine and a very good petrol engine, only 1 or 2% of buyers go for the petrol engine. So I can't see this thing the way it is, and even though it drives well and is nicely equipped, I can't see it finding much favour with drivers with the petrol engine.